Hey guys, welcome to this week's prediction time. Today we've got round 11 of the A-League to predict. I'm really looking forward to it. Let's get into it. First up, we have the Newcastle Jets versus the Brisbane Roar at McDonald Jones Stadium, 7:50pm. The Newcastle Jets played really well against Adelaide United and probably deserved at least a point from the game, but football can be cruel sometimes and Newcastle at the end of the day were left to rue their missed chances. While Brisbane Roar also had a chance to equalise away to Sydney in the 85th minute, but like Newcastle, Adam Taggart missed his chance to get at least a point from a game. Brisbane Roar will be hoping to get as far away as possible from the Mariners and maybe kick-start some good form this season. Roy O'Donovan scored last week, like I predicted, and I only expect him to get better in the next few weeks, so it's very likely he'll score again against one of the worst defences in the league. Adam Taggart has had a boatload of chances this campaign, but only has 6 goals to show for it. Although 6 goals is really good, with the amount of chances he's had, he should have at least double figures. Unless Adam Taggart can pull some confidence and composure out of a hat, I think this game is destined to be another game of missed chances for the two sides. I believe Roy O'Donovan will be the difference, as he should be high on confidence after scoring last week. So Newcastle will win this one 2-0, with Brisbane deserving a draw, but ultimately travelling home disappointed. Second game of this round sees the Central Coast Mariners travel to Jubilee Stadium to play the Sky Blues at 7:50pm. The Sky Blues look to have finally gotten into their groove, with Steve Corica managing 3 straight A-League wins for the first time in his career, while the Mariners seem to be hitting an all-time low, not winning a game since 315 days ago this Friday. Mariners also hold the worst start in A-League history, and I don't think this record will ever be broken. If the Mariners continue this way, they might not even win a game this season. Plus, the fact the Mariners had 62% of the ball and still managed to lose 4-1, the embarrassment of their goals breaking in their stadium, an all-time low New Year's Eve game attendance, and fans taking it upon themselves to hang banners near Central Coast Stadium asking Mike Charlesworth to sell the club, there seems to be no positivity around the club. While Sydney finally seem to be settling in on the new manager Corica, feels unthinkable to see Mariners even getting a point from this game. Adam Lafondra should be able to add to his recent tally of 3 goals in his last 2 games against a shocking Mariners defence that couldn't even keep a team of under-9s at bay. Alright, maybe that's a bit of an over-exaggeration, but the Mariners' defence haven't kept a clean sheet since February the 3rd, 2017. So while the Mariners will be trying to get their first win and come closer to not getting the wooden spoon again, the Sky Blues will be attempting to keep pace with the glory. Sydney will win 5-2, with the Mariners getting 2 lucky goals and Lafondra bagging a hat-trick. So we have Adelaide United versus Wellington Phoenix. Remember when the Knicks were the laughingstocks of the league? No, neither do I. The Phoenix spent the whole of last month trying to remember what losing feels like after going unbeaten for the whole of December. However, the last loss they got given was against the team they're playing on Saturday at 5:35pm, Adelaide, who travelled home from Newcastle happy with the result but disappointed with their performance. United had to be saved by a 90th minute penalty converted by Craig Goodwin. If Adelaide wants to stay in the top 6, they'll have to perform better than they did against Newcastle, because in January they play 4 out of 5 possible top 6 teams they could play other than themselves. Well, the Knicks start the month off easy, playing the Mariners and the Wanderers, while playing 3 out of the top 3 in their last 3 games this month. So both teams want some momentum to carry them through the next few weeks, so with a win against Adelaide, Wellington would move up to 5th and go 3 points clear of United. With the current run they're on, I think the Knicks will be motivated to win, while Adelaide's last performance wasn't very inspiring. This is why I believe the Phoenix will get their revenge from earlier on this season. They will win 3-1. Saturday kickoff sees Melbourne Victory play the Wanderers, so while the Victory look to continue their stellar form, the Wanderers are looking to get their first win since December 7th against the Mariners. The Wanderers will also be looking to not get embarrassed like they were last time they played the Victory, losing 4-0. Even though the Wanderers had their fair share of shots in the game against City, Western Sydney were prevented scoring by Eugene Galekovic, and the Wanderers are just another team that failed to put their chances to bed. It's not their strikers' fault. Azorio Riera has 5 goals this season. It's a lack of goal threat from other parts of the pitch, as Riera is the only Wanderer who has more than 1 goal. So, while the Victory have 4 players with more than 3 goals, the big question about the Victory is how dependent are they on Honda, as they have failed to win their last 2 games when Honda hasn't started. These 2 games were also 2 of the 3 where the Victory have failed to score more than 1 goal. With confidence levels on opposite ends of the spectrum, although Western Sydney Wanderers have the quality, they don't have the form at the moment to beat Victory. and you need both form and talent to beat a top-class team. This is why Victory will win, but won't embarrass the Wanderers like they did last time. Victory for the victory, 2-1. The second time the Jets play this week is when they travel to Melbourne to take on City. City will be super high on confidence after their 2-0 win with 10 men against the Wanderers. The highlight of this game wasn't the goals, but the performance of 37-year-old goalkeeper Eugene Galekovic, who made several brilliant saves as well as stopping Riera from the penalty spot. While the Jets failed to dispose of the United team they probably should have. Zdeno Kalac has been praised by Eugene as the reason behind his resurgence and the reason Mark Brigitte has been left on the bench this season. With Newcastle Jets failing to put away their chances, will we see another perfect performance from Galekovic? Melbourne City's defence is the best in the league at the moment, and although the Jets' build-up play has been extraordinary, all that matters against such a good defence is taking your chances, which is something the Jets have failed to do recently. Even if the Jets do get a shot on goal, they've still got to beat the brick wall in goal, aka Eugene Galekovic. This Melbourne City defence should be too much for Newcastle, and Melbourne City starting to score goals. I think Melbourne City will win 2-1. The next game in round 11 is when the Brisbane Roar play again and host the Perth Glory. Perth Glory will be looking to hopefully extend their lead at the top of the table, depending on the results of Sydney and the Victory, while the Roar will be looking to get out the bottom two. Perth Glory took down the Mariners with relative ease when Keogh scored within the first 3 minutes, and then Tomislav Marcella broke the goal before 10 minutes had even passed. Fabio Ferreira scored a brace while the Mariners grabbed the goal while the fireworks were going off, thanks to Jordan Murray, but it proved only a consolation when Keogh scored in injury time. It'll be interesting to see how Popovic lines up, as he must have one eye on the Wednesday game versus Sydney FC. With that detail in mind, Brisbane might have some hope to get something out of this game, but if Adam Taggart keeps missing opportunities, like I said again, it's very unlikely Roar will win, as you've got to finish the chances you get against Perth, because they'll otherwise hit you on the counter-attack and score, something many teams have learnt this year. The counter-attack will be the reason Brisbane lose this game, and Perth will dispose of Brisbane without embarrassing them. 3-1, Taggart will score one of his chances, but it'll only be a late consolation. Let me know your predictions down in the comments below. Also, let me know anything you'd like me to talk about, whether that be the W League or the transfer window, anything like that. Just let me know. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Have a great week, and bye.